That'd be another,
People crazy.
another.
Nobody gonna want us to go to their shows, Frank.
Why?
Cause we gonna take everything.
Yeah, but everybody does that, though.
No.
When you saw the cover though, knowing that there is the inspiration, like do those inspiration moments, are you feeling like, oh my God, they saw what I was trying to do, they love it, they still doing it?
Yeah.
Or do you feel like, oh, that was mine? Don't bite.
But we go and meet everybody, say, hey, great show, and then still live.
Where's the Beehive now? I ain't seen the Beehive in a long time.
I ain't seen that. You ain't seen.
They gonna tear me up.
Hold up, did Beyonce just openly admit and laugh about stealing from other artists? And y'all are gonna come for Erykah Badu for shading her for snatching her style. In case you missed it, Erykah Badu recently stirred the tea by suggesting that Beyonce's style during her Renaissance World Tour closely mirrors her own iconic look. Badu shared a side-by-side comparison on Instagram too, captioning it, I guess I'm everybody's stylist. But it didn't stop there. Badu has been raising eyebrows suggesting that Beyonce keeps stealing from other artists and that the Queen Bee should be stopped, because this isn't the first time Beyonce has faced allegations of drawing heavily from other artists. Over the years, she's been accused of borrowing elements ranging from choreography to song concepts. Notably, in 2010, Beyonce acknowledged that she borrows heavily from various influences, aiming to pay homage to the original creators. In response to Badu's remarks, Beyonce subtly addressed the situation during a live performance by giving multiple shoutouts to Badu, a gesture some interpreted as a nod to the controversy. The debate raises questions about the fine line between inspiration and imitation in the music industry. While artists often draw from existing works, the extent and manner of such influences can lead to differing opinions among fans and peers. Alright, let's break this one down because the internet has been buzzing, and anti-Erykah is at the center of it, oftentimes dragged by none other than the Beehive. So here's what happened. Erykah Badu took to Instagram and posted a photo of Beyonce during her Renaissance tour stop in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The photo showed Bey rocking a dramatic top hat as part of her look. Erykah's caption? A sly, but she didn't stop there. Auntie E added a second post, a picture of herself in a similar top hat, writing, I guess I'm everyone's stylist, favorite chrome mirror hat. Now, let's be real, Erykah has been the queen of bold over-the-top hats for years. Whether it's a towering fascinator on stage or a jaw-dropping red carpet moment, hats are kind of her thing. So naturally, people started wondering, was Erykah shading Beyonce for biting her style? Here's where it gets messy. The reactions poured in, and let's just say, people weren't exactly siding with Erykah. A lot of fans were like, Auntie, we love you, but you might be reaching just a bit. Many pointed out that Beyonce's been wearing hats for years. This isn't new. Plus, the metallic look, it perfectly fits the Renaissance Tour's futuristic, chrome-inspired aesthetic. And then there's the stylists. Let's be real, Beyonce has an entire team of world-class stylists putting her looks together. If there's overlap or inspiration, it's likely the result of stylists drawing from a shared pool of creative ideas. In most cases, the artist isn't even involved in these nitty-gritty fashion decisions. So, was it shade or just a coincidence? That's up for debate. But one thing's for sure, when two queens of style are involved, the drama is bound to be iconic. And here's where the stuff hits the fan, because the conversation isn't just about hats. It's about whether imitation is the sincerest form of flattery or something more contentious. A good chunk of the internet wasn't even mad about the idea that Beyonce might have been inspired by Erykah. One fan summed it up perfectly. Even if she did take inspiration from Erykah, isn't that a compliment? They're both from the same state, and Beyonce even shouted Erykah out in one of her remixes. So where's the issue? But not everyone was so understanding. Some folks felt Erykah's post had a negative undertone. They pointed out that Beyonce has shown nothing but love for Erykah, giving her props as one of the greats. So why would anti-Erykah shade her in such a public way? Here's the tea you might have missed. Erykah didn't just drop those Insta stories out of nowhere. When Beyonce posted photos of herself wearing the chrome hat on her own Instagram, Erykah slid into the comments, writing, I'm flattered. And let's be honest, people picked up on some serious shade in that comment. Was it playful? Maybe, but a lot of fans felt the energy was off. Then came the Insta stories. And if that wasn't enough, Erykah dropped a full reel on her page dedicated to the chrome hat, calling it her favorite. At first, people thought it was just playful banter, but as the posts kept coming, it started looking like Erykah genuinely genuinely believe Beyonce was borrowing her style. Now, let's not ignore the elephant in the room. This isn't the first time Beyonce has been accused of taking inspiration from other artists. Some fans even speculated that Beyonce might have worn the hat intentionally as a nod to Erykah, but if that's the case, shouldn't it be taken as a respectful homage rather than shade-worthy material? Either way, the internet loves a good drama, and this hat battle between two queens has everyone picking sides. Is it inspiration or imitation? Shade or shout out? The debate rages on. Oh, you thought the drama ended with a hat? Think again, because the conversation around Beyonce allegedly borrowing ideas goes way beyond fashion. We're talking about songs, choreography, photo shoots, artwork, you name it. And to make sure we're all on the same page, let's break it down with some examples that have kept the Bayhive and critics buzzing for years. First up, Ameri. Remember when Ameri dropped Why Don't We Fall in Love and One Thing with that unmistakable go-go sound? Well, some fans argued that Beyonce's Crazy in Love borrowed heavily from Ameri's signature style. Let's not forget, producer Rich Harrison, who worked closely with Ameri, suddenly started collaborating with Beyonce right after. Coincidence? Fans aren't so sure. To add fuel to the fire, Beyonce's first solo single, Work It Out, a jazzy track meant to set her apart, completely flopped. It wasn't until she leaned into that go-go sound for Crazy in Love that her solo career skyrocketed. And then there's Jennifer Armour. Back in 2003, Jennifer sent a demo of her track Got a Little Bit of Love for You to Beyonce's record label, Columbia Records. Fast forward a few months, and Baby Boy hits the airwaves. According to Jennifer, the song sounded suspiciously similar to her demo. She even filed a lawsuit claiming Beyonce and her team lifted her track. Unfortunately for Jennifer, she lost the case because she couldn't prove Beyonce had directly heard her song, but the controversy, oh, it never quite disappeared. And how about the choreography? Remember Beyonce's Formation World Tour? Iconic, right? Well, choreographer Marilyn Ortiz had some thoughts. She accused Beyonce of taking dance moves from her Troops show De La Guarda. Marilyn even went public with a detailed Instagram post, saying, "While inspiration is nice, my struggling colleagues and I would have appreciated a little credit. Now, let's be real. There's a fine line between inspiration and imitation. Some see it as Beyonce taking creative liberties. Others see it as outright theft. But one thing's for sure, whether it's songs, choreography, or visuals, these accusations have kept the spotlight on Queen Bey for all the wrong reasons. Let's talk about Beyonce and choreography, or more specifically, borrowed choreography. Remember the iconic moves from Single Ladies? Turns out, they weren't as original as fans thought. The routine was actually choreographed by the legendary Bob Fosse for his wife, Gwen Verdon, in the 1969 dance piece Mexican Breakfast. And let me tell you, if you do a side-by-side comparison, the resemblance is jaw-dropping. When Beyonce was called out during an appearance on 106 and Park, she admitted the moves were inspired by Fosse. But here's the kicker. Many people still credit Single Ladies' choreography as Beyonce's own, overlooking the fact that the real genius behind it was Fosse. And then we've got Smash Into You. Beyonce's team claimed writing credits for the track, but here's the tea. It's actually a cover of John McLaughlin's song Smack Into You. That's right, Beyonce changed one word, and somehow she and her team landed as co-writers. Make it make sense. But wait, there's more. Let's talk about If I Were a Boy. This emotional ballad was originally written by singer-songwriter B.C. Jean after a tough breakup. She and producer Toby Gad worked together on the track, and B.C. Jean was ready to release it as her debut single. That is, until Beyonce's team swooped in, recording their own version and leaving Jean sidelined. Sure, Beyonce's rendition became a global hit, but it sparked a lot of conversation about whether credit was being fairly distributed in the industry. And then there's Countdown. The music video was praised for its creativity, until fans started pointing out striking similarities to the work of Belgian choreographer Anne Teresa de Keersmaker. Side-by-side comparison videos flooded the internet, showing just how much was copied. The backlash was swift, and Beyonce later clarified that the video was meant to be a homage. But let's be honest, the line between homage and imitation gets pretty blurry when the similarities are that obvious. Beyonce has undeniably left her mark on music, but when you start peeling back the layers, the story gets a little murky. Let's talk about Kissing You. Originally performed by Desiree, Beyonce covered the track for her B-Day album, renaming it Still in Love, Kissing You, and wait for it, claiming writing credit. Here's where it gets messy. No deal was ever finalized to use the song. That didn't stop Beyonce from recording her version and even shooting a music video for it. Naturally, Desiree wasn't having it. She filed a lawsuit seeking $150,000 in damages and demanded the distribution of the song be halted. And yes, Beyonce's version was pulled from circulation. But the drama isn't exclusive to her solo career. Let's take it back to Destiny's Child. Producer Terrence T. Rob Robinson slapped the group with a $200 million lawsuit accusing them of stealing his song Glorious for their hit Survivor. According to Robinson, he shared the track with Beyonce's father and then manager Matthew Knowles, hoping it would launch his career. Instead, months later, Survivor dropped, and Robinson says his song was nowhere to be found, except on the charts with a new name. And the list, oh, it doesn't stop there. Beyonce has faced allegations of exaggerating her role in creating some of her biggest hits. Remember Crazy in Love? Yeah, she's been called out for overstating her contributions to that track, Irreplaceable. The catchy anthem was written by Nayo, though Beyonce initially let fans believe otherwise. And who could forget the Stevie Nicks sample in Bootylicious? Turns out it wasn't Beyonce's idea at all, even though she gave that impression. Fast forward to her 2011 Billboard Music Awards performance. Fans were in awe until they realized it was strikingly similar to a performance by Italian pop star Lorella Cuccarini. A direct copy? Many thought so. Beyonce did acknowledge being inspired by Cuccarini, but critics argue there's a difference between inspiration and duplication, and we can't overlook the comparisons to Madonna. Twitter sleuths compiled a detailed thread of alleged borrowed concepts, from visuals to choreography. Let's just say the receipts are thorough. Then there's Bow Down. Beyonce once described the process of creating the track, but fans pointed out inconsistencies in her story, accusing her of taking credit for something she didn't entirely craft. Are these moments just the byproduct of a collaborative industry, or is there a deeper pattern at play? We'll let you decide, but one thing's for sure, the conversation about Beyonce's inspirations isn't going away anytime soon, and B ain't pulling any punches. Beyonce once explained the backstory of Bow Down in an interview, saying, "The reason I put out Bow Down is because I woke up, went into the studio, and had a chant in my head. It was aggressive, it was angry, it wasn't the Beyonce that wakes up every morning, it was the Beyonce that felt the need to defend herself, and I thought, if this song never comes out, that's okay. I said it, but then I listened to it and thought, this is hot, I'm gonna put it out. I'm not selling it, just putting it out there. If people like it, great. If they don't, they don't." But here's the twist. Allegedly, Bow Down wasn't even originally intended for Beyonce. Songwriting duo Rock City, known for writing Rihanna hits like Man Down and We Can't Stop, claimed during a podcast that they wrote Bow Down in just 9 minutes with the intention of delivering it to Rihanna. Somehow, the track ended up with Beyonce, sparking whispers that the song was a recycled project meant for another artist. And let's talk about the Vogue shoot that stirred the pot recently. Beyonce was seen dragging long chrome acrylic nails with needles attached across a spinning record. A striking visual, no doubt, but here's the kicker. Those unique needle nails were the original creation of artist Victoria Shen. Shen revealed that Beyonce's team never reached out to her for permission or credit. Only after a wave of backlash did Beyonce's team acknowledge Shen's contribution. So when Erykah Badu called out Beyonce for borrowing her style, it wasn't exactly groundbreaking news. From songs to choreography to visuals, allegations of Beyonce lifting ideas from others have been circulating for years. The question is, was Erykah reaching too far by making her claims now, or is it high time someone addressed these recurring accusations? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Is Beyonce just playing by the rules of the industry, or is it time for her to give credit where it's due? Let's hear it.